Jordan Peele's Us has the unenviable position of being a follow-up to a classic debut. Get Out is probably my favorite traditional film of 2017. It took horror tropes and mixed them in with a real strong political statement, the type of film that says something meaningful but in a digestible way. Where Get Out was rather straightforward in its statements, Us is a bit denser. The film starts simply enough. Adelaide, played by Lupita Nyong'o, encounters a doppelganger while on vacation as a child. She spends the rest of her life in fear of meeting this doppelganger again. While on vacation to this exact same location, her and her family are attacked by their collective doppelgangers. While it starts as a seemingly simple home invasion story, it clearly has somewhere deeper to go. However, saying anything more would, spoil the experience. Luckily, Us offers so much more than narrative bullet points. The visual language of this film is phenomenal. Lighting grants the doppelgangers this eerie appearance as they first walk into the film, and their body language has this inhuman, uncanny quality to it. The acting and technical elements work in perfect unison to highlight their differences, and close-ups show these little details that show that they're just quite not right. This sense of unlike doubles is really brought to life through the performances, especially lead actress Lupita. She plays the knowing, worried mother role really well, but where she shines is as the villain. She has this assured, sinister grace to her movements. The way she contorts her face is horrifying. She really sells herself as one of the more ominous movie villains I can think of. The film is loaded with imagery, rife with potential symbolic meaning, though what it all means is naturally murky, and this is a good thing. Peele seems to be playing on our fear of the unknown. A pair of scissors is of course scary because it's a dangerous weapon. The fact that all of the doppelgangers seem to carry a pair suggests there's some deeper meaning that we don't yet understand. At times, it feels as though Peele wants us to be actively watching this movie on both a metaphysical and literal level. Though Us is clearly a horror movie, it seems to operate in a different kind of way. In most horror movies, I'm asking who's going to survive and how are they going to do so. Us pushes past that. My question here is, why are these doppelgangers even here? And there's a lot of other things that pop up. I feel that this is more actually a mystery film. So we have this struggle to survive, but it's matched by this macabre sense of curiosity. And the protagonist hunts that meaning down. Of course, a lot of these matters are cleared up by the end, but a lot is left to linger. A day later, I'm still trying to wrap my head around what exactly just happened. This is a film that's going to spawn hundreds of think pieces because of just how deep this imagery could go. I've been going on about the symbolism, but this film in no way requires some deep philosophical interest to get anything out of it. Like Get Out, Us makes all of these topics accessible. This is ultimately a comedic horror, and that's not to say it takes a dark topic and makes light of it. I actually think it uses comedy to build into the horror. In a way, punchlines are a form of relief. I think Peele is kind of setting us up to have these kind of false sense of security moments before pulling us back into the horror. The narrative structure is also spot on, evolving as new points of tension pop up. This story goes to wild places, but it all seems to carry the sense of natural progression. One thing that makes us feel so consistent, despite these vibrant shifts in tone, is how it keeps recalling these same motifs. Even if you don't feel like diving into the symbolism, it gives a sense of purpose to every moment. Us is a visceral, at times surreal horror experience. Though it doesn't quite reach the level of Get Out, it is certainly a worthy follow-up. Jordan Peele is bold in his mixing of genres that are generally passed off as lighter fare, with stark symbolism and dense social critique. This is a movie about us as both Americans in general and individuals. It will get under your skin, both in its immediate impact and the strange way it gives just enough answers for us to ask more questions. Great movies linger well after they're finished, and Us certainly lingers.